Am I the asshole for replacing my cousins with my dog in the family photo? Grandpa said it's the best they've ever looked, so apparently, I ruined my family's image because I replaced my cousins with my dog on my grandpa's birthday gift. Yeah, I know how that sounds, but hear me out before you call me the family menace. So my grandpa's birthday was coming up. He's that classic grandpa who insists he doesn't want anything. You ask him what he wants, and he's like, "Don't spend money on me, I have everything I need." Then he turns around and buys everyone else thoughtful gifts anyway. He's that kind of person, sentimental, sweet, always thinking of others. So this year, I wanted to do something meaningful, something that would actually make him smile, and I had the perfect idea. A custom phone case with all his grandkids' photos on it. 9 of us total, me, my siblings, and my cousins. All I needed was one picture from everyone. Just one. Not an essay. Not a family tree, just one photo, so I text the family group chat. 6 weeks before his birthday, plenty of time. I'm like, "Hey guys, send me your pictures so I can make Grandpa's birthday gift." You'd think they'd be excited, right? Nope. Not a single reply. 6 weeks early, I gave them all this time, and they still acted like my message was invisible. Not even a thumbs-up reaction. Nothing. I could have texted the void and gotten more engagement. 2 weeks go by. Still silence. So I send a gentle reminder, "Hey everyone, just a reminder, I still need your pictures. You've got 2 more weeks to send them. If you don't, I'm replacing you with a picture of my dog." Yes, I actually said that. Half joking, but also half not. You'd think that warning would light a fire under someone, right? Nope. The group chat stayed deader than my motivation on a Monday morning. Finally, 3 cousins respond and tell me to just grab one off their Instagram. Excuse me? You want me to scroll through your 500 selfies, your mirror pics, your vacation dumps, and just guess which one you'd be okay with Grandpa looking at every day? Yeah, no, I'm not your personal PR team. I'm not applying filters, cropping out your ex, and editing lighting. You had one job, so I don't reply. I just let it sit. Because at this point, I'm being tested by the universe. A couple more weeks go by. Still nothing. So I send one last message, final warning, last call. You have 24 hours to send your photo. Otherwise, your spot officially goes to my dog. I even use bold text. You know it's serious when someone starts bolding words in group chats. And shocker, 24 hours pass, and those same 3 cousins still don't send a thing. So, I did exactly what I said I'd do. I replaced them with pictures of my dog, one of him wearing a tiny sombrero, one of him at the pumpkin patch, and one of him in a chicken costume. It was art. It was adorable. It was chaos and beauty in perfect balance. The family lineup looked so wholesome. And then bam! 3 photos of my dog living his absolute best life. Fast forward to Grandpa's birthday. Everyone's there. He opens the gift, looks at the phone case, and just bursts out laughing. Like full-on belly laugh. He's holding the case up like it's the funniest thing he's ever seen. He goes, "Oh, look! There's Buddy. He's part of the family, too." Meanwhile, my cousins are in the corner, staring at the case like they just witnessed a crime. The silence was so awkward, it was beautiful. They look at me like, "You did not just put your dog on Grandpa's gift." And I'm like, "Oh, I absolutely did." Then one of them says, "Why didn't you just screenshot one from our Instagram?" And I'm like, "Because I told you 3 times to send me one. You ignored me." The dog didn't. The dog earned your spot. Grandpa, over the moon. He's laughing, showing everyone, saying stuff like, "That dog's part of the family anyway." Cousins, humiliated, and me, peaceful. But of course it doesn't end there. Oh no! The next day, my aunts start calling my parents, saying I excluded their kids on purpose, that I embarrassed them. Like, okay, Brenda, your child had 6 weeks to send a single JPEG. That's not exclusion. That's natural selection. Apparently I was petty. Yeah, maybe. But not wrong. Let's talk about that, though. Because this whole thing started feeling like a group project. You know the kind. One person does all the work, and everyone else shows up at the end to take credit. Except this time, I wasn't letting that happen. If my cousins were going to treat this like a group project, then I was grading them like one. And they failed. The dog, however, got an A+, and the best part? Grandpa shows that phone case off every single time he gets a call. He's like, "Look, there's my favorite grandkid, Buddy." So yeah, joke's on them. The dog's the favorite now, and honestly, it made me think, Why do the people who contribute the least always have the most to say when something's done? Like you had one job. If my dog can sit, stay, and pose for pictures, you can send me one photo. But no, now I'm the petty cousin who humiliated everyone. Meanwhile, Grandpa's just happy to have something that makes him smile every time he picks up his phone. So yeah, maybe it was a little savage. But I warned them. I gave them every opportunity. And honestly, I think it made the gift even better. The dog's photos added personality. So tell me, am I the asshole for replacing my cousins with my dog? Or am I just the only one in this family who actually respects a deadline? Because if you ask me, it's not my fault the dog has better time management skills than my cousins. Let me know in the comments, team cousins or team dog? And be honest. If your dog looked that good in a sombrero, would you have done the same thing? And hey, if you'd also pick the dog, hit that like button, subscribe, and stick around. Because I've got way more family stories where this one came from. Stories that'll make you feel way better about your own relatives. Until next time, respect deadlines, send your photos, and never underestimate a dog with a good costume.